here is your latest African news. Saltome and Portugal. Saltome opposition leader Vila Nova wins presidential runoff. Opposition candidate Carlos Vila Nova has won the presidency in Saltome and Portugal, an archipelago in Gulf of Guinea, according to provisional official results. The Portuguese-speaking nation elected Vila Nova of the centre-right position, who will now have to work with a left-of-centre government. The president has largely ceremonial powers, authorised to arbitrate in political disputes, but not to govern, although the tiny island chain has a long tradition of strong democracy. Power lies with the Prime Minister, currently George Lopez Bom Jesus, in the movement for the liberation of Saltome and Portugal, which won elections in 2018. Vila Nova of the Independent Democratic Action (ADI) party garnered 57.54% of the votes against 42.46% of Guilherme Posse da Costa of MLSTP, which leads the ruling coalition in the parliament. The Electoral Commission, in a statement, declared Vila Nova the winner. A constitutional tribunal has a week to validate the results and hear any challenges to them. Turnout was around 65% Africa-wide. China to import more African agricultural products. China wants to expand the sale of African agricultural products across its e-commerce platforms, according to a senior Chinese Foreign Ministry official. Wu Peng, Director General of the ministry's Department of African Affairs, said at a launch ceremony of African Products Online Promoting Season that China has never pursued trade surplus with Africa. He said the online promotion will help African products, particularly agricultural products, gain more market share in China. To coincide with the new China-Africa Cooperation Forum to be held in Senegal at the end of 2021, China will encourage e-commerce, particularly live streaming platforms, to promote the export of agricultural products from the continent to China. Trade volume between China and Africa reached $139.1 billion in the first 7 months of the year, in which imports from Africa were $59.3 billion, according to China's Ministry of Commerce. Guinea coup leaders promise government of national unity. The military leaders who seized power and dissolved Guinea's National Assembly say they will set up a transitional government. In a speech the day after his men declared on national television that they had arrested the president and dissolved the country's constitution, Army Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya promised a government of national union. The whereabouts of President Alpha Conde were not immediately clear, but pictures of him surfaced wearing a wrinkled shirt and jeans and sitting on a couch, surrounded by soldiers. In October, the president won a third term in office after amending the constitution to allow him to run for a third term. The controversial election sparked violent protests throughout the country. Africa-wide, Tunisia take on Ivory Coast to retain the Afrobasket crown. Champions Tunisia defeated Ivory Coast 78-75 to retain their FIBA Afrobasket crown in the final held Sunday at the Kigali Arena in Rwanda. Tunisia trailed in the first two quarters 18-25 and 16-22, but hit back to outscore the West Africans in the last two quarters 25-18 and 16-13. The two finalists displayed experience and high-quality performance at the 30th edition of the Africa Basketball Championship. The match was close, with the Ivorian Elephants taking a 7-point lead in the first quarter. By halftime, Ivory Coast led 47-34. However, Tunisia returned stronger in the last two quarters as Salah Medri scored a game-high 22 points as the North Africans completed a remarkable comeback. West Africa bloc to hold extraordinary summit on Guinea. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, will hold an extraordinary summit in Guinea on Thursday, according to a staff note shared with the press. Special forces soldiers expelled long-serving President Alpha Conde on Sunday, disbanded his cabinet, demanded ECOWAS to return to constitutional order, and then threatened to impose sanctions. An ECOWAS spokeswoman did not immediately respond to a request for comment by press on Monday. Libya. Gaddafi's son freed from prison. Libyan authorities have released Saadi Gaddafi, son of the former leader Muammar Gaddafi, who was disposed and killed during a 2011 uprising. According to media reports, the 47-year-old immediately departed on a plane to Istanbul. The 47-year-old Saadi fled to Niger following the uprising that toppled his father before being extradited back to Libya. The former professional footballer had been held in a Tripoli prison, accused of crimes committed against protesters in 2011 and of the 2005 killing of Libyan football coach Bashir al-Rayani. In April 2018, the Court of Appeal acquitted him of Rayani's murder. During the uprising, 3 of Gaddafi's 7 sons were unfortunately killed, and the country has since sunk into chaos with rival factions vying for power. A 2020 ceasefire ended the factional fighting and paved the way for peace talks and the formation of a transitional government this March, ahead of elections that are set for December. Rwanda. Rwanda not using French money for Mozambique Operation Kagame. Rwanda's President Paul Kagame says the country is fully funding its military operation in Mozambique and has denied being financed by France or its oil company Total Energies. Last month, Rwanda soldiers backed Mozambican troops in their fight against Islamic militants in the north of the country. Kagame was responding to questions on concerns over the possible financing by Total Energies, given its considerable investment in the affected areas, Cabo Delgado province, for natural gas extraction. President Kagame also answered a question over Rwanda's rapid response, deploying troops ahead of the joint Southern African Regional Bloc SADC's mission, stating that he was responding to an imminent threat to his country as his neighbor was under attack. He then added that the mission was not linked to resources and was just to make the area safe and support beloved Mozambique. Thanks for watching. Visit our YouTube channel Tunacheki to watch our daily news reports and our website at tunacheki.tv for all the latest news updates. Also, don't forget to catch our new show Startup Africa every Thursday on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a patron. And remember, Africa is watching.